got visitors.
We know Dubek's been sending these letters through one of the prison cooks. My client didn't write this letter. We appreciate you letting us ask him ourselves. Well, it didn't give me a lot of choice. I've got a leniency hearing at the end of this week, and I don't need any bumps in the road.
Mr. Dubek could be released?
Oh, he'll never be released, but there's a chance he could be moved off death row in the general population.
So this is his third appeal. What happened at the others?
Dubek's not what you would call society-friendly. His victims' families always show up and protest any motion that would prolong his life, which at this point is due to end in exactly 11 days.
He has an execution date.
Unless this leniency hearing goes his way.
What exactly did he do?
Well, I can tell you what he's convicted of. 9 counts of conspiracy and first-degree murder.
Conspiracy?
Yeah, killing someone for profit. You'll have a limited time with him, but like I said, my client didn't write that letter.
Yes, I did.
What are you talking about? Ed?
You wrote this?
Yes.
I'm terminating this interview.
How?
I don't know. Something inside me, like a buzzing. I start to write. I can't stop.
What if I told you I thought you were making this up? To get off a death row, to save your own life?
What you think, what I think, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I live or if I die. The only thing that matters is that God's forgiven me.
He has.
Yes, he has. Something's happened. I've been touched by the hand of God. These letters are proof.
Letters? There's more than one.
I write 5, 6 a week. I was trying to get these out today.
It's to Georgia.
You know her.
Yeah.
Could you take it to her then?
I seriously advise against that.
It's God's will, Daniel.
Meeting's over. Can I talk to you? Doesn't make sense. I've worked with Dubek for 6 years. There's no way he could be writing those letters.
Why not?
Because he's illiterate. He can't read or write.
Did you catch the address on the other letter?
Yeah, 216 Elm up in Wyckoff. Do you think it's possible that he's really writing the letters?
No.
Dale Wilkie said she got them right from Dubek's hand.
Doesn't mean he wrote them. Besides, his lawyer claims he's illiterate. Anyone could have written those letters.
You think it's a con to get him off a death row?
He's a murderer. It's hard for me to believe he's been chosen as God's stenographer.
Can I help you?
I'm Paul Callan, and this is Evelyn.
I'm sorry, but I make it a practice not to buy anything door to door. If you have some literature, I'd be glad to take a look at it.
That's not it. A close friend of mine has been receiving some letters, and I was under the impression that you might understand.
Has your friend been hearing from Cheryl?
Our daughter Cheryl hated to write letters. We get one a week when she went away to summer camp, and only because we made her promise and said she could send postcards because they took less words.
But now we get these.
5 so far. Memories, mostly. Things Cheryl is sorry for, things she's still upset about.
None of her other friends had curfews.
It's just... well, it's just Cheryl.
And the handwriting, is it your daughter's?
Yes.
My friend lost her father when she was very young. Recently, she started getting letters, too, and they're familiar and they're intimate, but she's having a hard time believing that they're real.
They are. I mean, I can't speak for what your friend is experiencing, but I know these letters are from Cheryl. I mean, they have to be.
Have you ever tried to find out where the letters are coming from?
No.
It's not important to us. It's just so good to have her in our lives again. And that, after what he did to her, she seems to be okay.
I'm sorry, when you say he...
Our daughter was murdered by a man named Edward Dubik.
Sandy and I walk the dog together every morning. Except that one. I was on the phone, so she took the dog by herself. If I had asked her to wait till I got off the phone, if she walked a little slower or missed the light, then she wouldn't have been standing next to the wrong person when Dubek fired. After she was murdered, I barely hung on. It's the easy things that get hard. Eating, watching TV. Nothing's easy when you're not used to doing it alone. In her letters, she tries to help. She, wrote me a recipe last week. Maybe I'll try it tonight.
My son Leo was 23. And the only thing he did wrong was to not try hard enough to get out of jury duty. He did his job. He found a criminal guilty, and that criminal paid Edward Dubek to kill him. I don't know how I'm getting these letters, or why.
What does he write about?
Dubek mostly. You know, you think when your time comes you get some kind of deeper understanding, but you don't. Leo's still so angry. And I don't blame him.
You realize Dubek has a leniency hearing coming up. He might be let off a death row.
Yeah, and I'll be there to make sure he isn't.
Did you find out anything?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I have to ask you something. How exactly did your father die?
It was an accident.
Was there an investigation?
I was 7, Paul. They didn't show me an autopsy. There was a fire in the warehouse where he worked. He got trapped inside. What is it?
Oh.
Another one? He says he thinks I should paint my bedroom blue because it's my favorite color. He knows I tell people it's orange, but only because I think it makes me sound too boring if I say it's blue. I mean, this doesn't sound anything like him, but he knows. Where did you get this?
We traced the letter you gave me. It was supposedly written by a man on death row. His name is Edward Dubek. He claims that he feels your father's thoughts, that in a way your dad tells him what to write to you.
That's ridiculous. I mean, that's not possible, right?
It's not just you. Other people are getting letters, too.
Other people? What other people?
Families of people he murdered. The letters are from his victims. But you said your dad died in an accident. It doesn't make sense.
Paul, do you think this is real?
I don't know.
This guy on death row, this is his handwriting?
No, it seems he takes on the penmanship of the person he's speaking for. Like they're actually writing through him.
Wait. If this is my father's writing, then who the hell wrote these?
Hey, hiya, kiddo.
What's wrong?
George's dad didn't write those letters. Did he, Poppy?
I think you better come in.
Dubek, it's lights out. Dubek, put the pen down. I've got a situation in Dubek's cell.